So let's get right to your complimentary plays today, especially since I lost most of the complimentary plays yesterday. And if you're wondering what significant things happened on this day in history, I've got to tell you, I couldn't find a damn thing other than Bob Dylan plugging in at a folk festival and going electric many years ago, which I don't give a damn about, and neither should you. I couldn't find one significant thing that I cared about talking about today on this day in history. So we'll just pretend it didn't happen. Yeah, that's right. July 25th. This day in history didn't exist as far as I'm concerned. So let's move forward, shouldn't we? Now, we could talk about the fight between Mayweather and McGregor and the tickets going on sale and all the dummies that are actually going to buy tickets. You know, I don't agree with Mike Tyson that often in my life. I really don't. But Tyson, you may have heard, went on a podcast and said that basically McGregor's going to get killed. I'm just paraphrasing, putting in my own words. And that's basically right. I mean, don't waste money. Don't waste money watching this spectacle. I mean, think about how meaningless preseason football is in the NFL. Think about how meaningless week 4 of preseason football is. That's how meaningless this fight is going to be. It's an exhibition. It means nothing. If Floyd didn't probably have IRS tax problems, he probably wouldn't be taking part in this spectacle. Oh, they did the dog and pony show here the past couple of weeks, taking it on the road show, but it's meaningless. It's a joke. And anybody that thinks McGregor because, hey, he's been training, listen, I could take you into the gym and I can train you for 4 weeks and your boxing skills will be as good as his. Big difference when you go from 4-ounce open-handed gloves and your first inclination is to use your feet, then going to 10-ounce gloves closed, and you've got to go 3 rounds with a guy who, granted, does not have the punching power that he once did, but is smart enough to go, hey, I think I'll just dance, and I'll stay to the outside, and I'll flick my jab, and I'm going to collect my paycheck because I ain't stupid, and I'm simply going to cash that big paycheck and not even get close. It's going to be boring, guys. It's going to be a joke. But a lot of people are going to pay, what, $89 for pay-per-view? And a lot of people are going to attend the fight. And a lot of millennials are going to go because they don't know a damn thing about boxing. And they think their guy, McGregor, actually has a chance. Oh, my goodness. I mean, this is something that P.T. Barnum probably could have staged many years ago. It's a spectacle. Too bad the circuit's closed up and doesn't come to town anymore. Okay, let's get to your complimentary plays. I'm going to go with Seattle minus the $1.10 at home against Boston. I expect it to be a low-scoring game with Felix Hernandez and Drew Pomeranz. Listen, Hernandez lost his last home start against the Yankees, but I think there were some positives coming out of that start. He went 7 innings, gave up only 3 hits and 1 run, and he struck out a season-high 9 batters. Now, this is a guy who missed a couple of months earlier this season because of inflammation in his right shoulder. But his last 3 starts, he's worked a total of 18 innings. He's given up 22. He struck out 22 batters in those 18 innings, and he's only allowed 11 hits and walked 5 batters. That's about the closest that we have seen this season, and really dating back to prior to last year's All-Star break to vintage King Felix. I don't know if you're ever going to see vintage King Felix, the dominating King Felix that we had seen for the past decade on a consistent basis again. So you really have to pick your spots. Now, are the Mariners hitting? Not really. They did win last night's series opener 4-0. That was the Red Sox 3rd straight loss on this road trip, which opened up with the win at Anaheim against the Angels. They've only scored 5 runs total in those losses. What has me worried a little bit is that the Red Sox seemingly always score runs in bunches for Drew Pomeranz, and he has certainly pitched well here of late. But again, I'm willing to take Seattle at this break-even price at home with Hernandez on the hill, and I think it's going to be a low-scoring game as well. So I'm going to go once again with Seattle in this contest. Your other complimentary play tonight, boy, it's so tempting to take the Dodgers, who I used last night on the run line at home and managed to squeak out the win. But instead of going that direction, I'm going to instead go with the Houston Astros and Charlie Morton, who is going to be pitching at Philadelphia, something he didn't do last year when the Phillies opened up the vaults and gave him a big free agent contract, and they got a whole 4 starts out of him before he tore a muscle running the bases, I think it was, and was out after just 4 starts in April. Now the Astros have him, and listen, it's not that he's pitching well, but when the Astros score runs like they do, they lead the major leagues in just about every single offensive category. You saw what they did last night, and they put a bunch of runs on the board in a 13-4 victory. They're 36-12 on the road. They're going against a rookie, Nick Pivetta, who has been up and down so far in his brief major league career in terms of trying to assemble any types of consistency. So why not go with the Astros on the run line, laying the 1.5 runs? You're getting them at pretty much even money, or maybe even plus $1.10 at this stage of the day. And Astros are already 3-1 on this current road trip, and they've scored 36 runs in the process. This is a team that averages a little over 6 runs a game on the season. And on the road, they've just been diabolical. There's no easy outs in this Houston lineup. And if you've watched the Phillies this year, well, the pitching staff doesn't get many easy outs, especially that bullpen. Beleaguered. That's what you think of. Those two words, they go together when you think of the Phillies. So again, I'm going with Houston on the run line and the Seattle Mariners at home. Those are your two complimentary plays today on this day, July 25th, when absolutely nothing has happened in the world in terms of history. Good luck, everybody. I'll talk to you again tomorrow when we do this one more time.